America's not working out.
You're fired.
Time to move up north to Canada. Well, it's not so great over here either. While Canadian cities are known for high living standards and social welfare programs, American salaries, especially in fields like tech, healthcare, and law, far outpace Canadian ones. Let's deal with that. Still, Canada is grappling with skyrocketing living costs and stagnant wage growth. It's worth examining whether its social benefits justify the widening income gap with the United States. In the US, generally salaries in tech, healthcare, finance are much higher than Canada. According to recent data, a software engineer in Silicon Valley earns about 122 grand in USD a year, compared to the meager 83 grand in Canadian money, if you could call it money, in Canada. It highlights a significant disparity, even accounting for currency differences and costs of living.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Now, one explanation for this is due to productivity, and the US economy has much higher output than Canada, and it's driven by investments in sectors that have rapid growth and innovation. Cities like San Francisco, New York, and Austin have become tech hubs where the demand for specialized skill sets inflates wages way beyond what is feasible in Canada. This disparity also extends to professions like law, where, according to the American Bar Association, the median salary for a lawyer in the US is $126,000 a year US. But for Canadians, the average is $80,000 in Canadian currency, which is not great, even in big law. The US counterparts doing similar work, working similar hours, are making double what Canadians are making at other big law firms.
Don't be a lawyer.
Honestly, being a lawyer in Canada is like being the CEO of a t-shirt printing company. Yeah, you're a lawyer, but why are you still living with 5 roommates? The US economy has a lot more money in it. It's bolstered by venture capital, public-private partnerships, and it contributes significantly to higher wage ceilings, something that Canada struggles with. What else explains this wage disparity? Maybe it's all the free healthcare. Canada's social safety net, with universal healthcare as a cornerstone, remains a compelling feature of its economic model. Universal healthcare saves Canadian households an average of $2,000 to $3,000 annually in medical expenses, offering protection against unexpected medical costs that can be catastrophic in the US. However, a recent report highlighting median wait times of 22 weeks for elective surgery makes Canadian health access limiting. The Fraser Institute study showed that prolonged wait times are starting to become the norm in Canada, and some rich Canadians are seeking private care in the US, where it's much faster.
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
For those in high earning roles, the trade-off between higher salaries and the cost of the US healthcare becomes more favorable, as they can often afford private insurance plans that ensure timely medical attention, and it significantly diminishes the relative advantages of Canada's social benefits. High taxation in Canada also complicates the financial landscape. A dual income household in Canada earning, say, $150,000 faces an effective tax rate around 28 to 30% after federal and provincial taxes. In contrast, similar households in the US might pay closer to 20 to 22% depending on the state, allowing for greater disposable income. While Canada's tax structure funds benefits such as paid parental leave, a family in the US might find that higher after-tax income permits more flexibility in housing choices and educational investments, particularly for higher earners.
Congress just passed a bill legalizing murder if you're rich.
U.S. policies that allow lower taxes for wealthy individuals further incentivizes migration for professionals in high-paying sectors. The U.S. is fantastic if you're rich. Housing costs and overall costs of living further amplify the income disparity. For Canadians, homeownership and rent in urban centers like Toronto or Vancouver have reached stupid levels. In 2023, the average home price in Toronto hovered around $1.1 million, making it one of the least affordable cities globally. This has pushed a large segment of the population, even those earning high salaries, towards housing insecurity, particularly as wages stagnate relative to rising costs. By comparison, while home prices in cities like San Francisco and New York are also high like Toronto or Vancouver, the higher average income provides a slightly better balance.
On a daily basis, I consume enough drugs to sedate Manhattan.
As immigration increased, demand has outpaced housing supply, especially in popular cities. And this has led to inflated property prices. Between 2015 and 2023, Canada's immigration grew by 8 to 10% annually, which has stimulated the economy but placed a strain on urban housing. The resulting economic imbalance led some immigrants who arrived with high expectations to either consider moving to less costly regions or leaving Canada altogether to seek better financial stability. Inflation, too, has really impacted Canadians' cost of living. Rising costs of essentials like groceries, utilities, and housing are all compounded by increased interest rates, implemented to curb inflation by making payments unaffordable for many. The economic disparity between the U.S. and Canada encompasses more than a simple salary gap. It reflects differences in policy, economic productivity, social welfare strategies. Each of these factors influences the quality of life for professionals. For skilled professionals, especially those in high demand and well-compensated sectors, American wages and lower taxes may increasingly outweigh the social safety net Canada offers. As Canada contends with rising housing costs and stagnation in wages, the allure of higher incomes and lower taxes in the U.S. grows stronger and stronger. This economic climate suggests that for many Canadians, particularly younger professionals, the American dream seems a bit more tempting, and they might want to reassess their future in search of better financial security and opportunities across the border. And this causes a bit of a brain drain from Canada to the US. Now, I don't know what the Canadian dream is, but I'm pretty sure this isn't it.